Microchip technology is no longer a theory or some form of breakthrough tech. It's an expected reality. Some states in America are already planning ahead in terms of how to deal with this technology, which is soon to come. States are enacting preemptive bans to prevent employers from requiring that their workers be microchipped, wrote the authors of the report. Internationally, more than 50,000 people have elected to receive microchip implants to serve as their swipe keys, credit cards, and means to instantaneously share social media information. This where chip implants are more widely accepted to use for gym access, e-tickets on transit systems, and to store emergency contact information. There is a lot of speculation about what this mark could be, or some type of barcode. There is so much speculation surrounding what the mark of the beast will be. One interesting theory is linked to Elon Musk's Neuralink technology. Neuralink hopes to create direct brain-to-computer interfaces that allow people to control digital devices with their thoughts. The interesting thing about Neuralink is that when people look at it, it does bear characteristics that cause concern among some Christians. The implant location. Neuralink is a chip implanted in the brain forehead region, which echoes the Revelation description of where the mark will be. Economic dependency. If such technologies become gateways to participating in the economy via digital identity, currency, or communication, it aligns with the prophecy that the mark controls buying and selling, normalization through innovation. Perhaps most importantly, the mark of the beast isn't described as being overtly evil. The concern is deception. The mark will likely be presented as a necessary or even benevolent innovation. For example, at this stage, none of us know what the actual mark of the beast will look like, but we do know that it's coming.
The world is a very different place than what it was 20 years ago. There's many more threats we have to contend with. Physical threats, emotional and mental threats, and of course, there are many more spiritual threats that we face today. Sin seems much more rampant and chaos is common. You look at the television, you watch the news, and look at the entertainment industry, and you'll find there is so much hatred, idolatry, and pride that's infiltrated our culture. And if you're not careful, it's easy to be influenced, swayed, and enticed by
Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, Shem, YAHAWASHI, Shem, Merkwak, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the mighty Akim, Wathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawak coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, this is just going to, it's not necessarily going to be an MOTB lesson, but it is kind of like landbacking off of that, in the sense of the topic is still relevant to what I'm going to talk about, which it is that we are this much closer to the end and we really have to endure. Like, that is the main thing that I've been really feeling like has been the major, what's the word? I don't know. What's this word? Like, what's the word? Not trend, like, I don't know, the main driving force, I guess, of like what determines like how we're gonna make it through. Like, I guess that's the main thing, and there's so many different aspects to that. So first things first, Isaiah 54 verse 17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servant of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. So basically, the thing is that you have Esau Edom, who's preparing the MOTB, who's preparing these guillotines, preparing these weapons of destruction and whatnot, for primarily for us. All right, so it might look and seem very scary, if you want to use that term, Slakia. It might seem scary if you want to use that term, but the fact of the matter is that, let's get this. Psalms 118 verse 6, the Lord is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do unto me? All right, let me also get this. Fuck. Matthew 10 verse 28, fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Alright, so basically this is the thing where Esau has all these weapons, Esau has all this capability, but we're not supposed to be fearing him for, oh yeah, Esau can kill us, Esau can hurt us and all this stuff. We're supposed to just think, okay, we know that Esau has the ability to do whatever, but we don't allow him to psych us out of doing what we have to do in terms of pleasing YAHAWAH. Okay, that's why it says in Isaiah 54 and 17, okay, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. But specifically the weapons like the guns, the lasers and all those high-tech weaponry, those obviously they're able to kill us. Like if like you shot me, like yeah, I would probably die. But the thing is that when we are backed by YAHAWAH, okay, in righteousness, then that's when we are backed by YAHAWAH, and that's when these things are nothing to us. They cannot move us, they cannot hurt us, they cannot do anything to us. And that's why we can't, through faith, that's what is going to be our faith in YAHAWAH. That's what's going to be that protects us in let's get that. Shield. The equipment. All right. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 16. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Okay, those fiery darts, like like the bullets. Okay, I think that's the what's it called? Parallel, I guess, because like how archers and stuff like that, like they have those arrows, but instead, because of the time period, they didn't have guns. But you get the point, basically. All right, but the parallel is still active, where the parallel is still there, where we're not going to worry about any of these types of weaponry, and it doesn't just apply to guns. It applies to literally anything like knives or whatever other weapon that Esau may throw at us. All right, so yeah, this is a very important thing to kind of take note of, and it's also why I'm making this lesson, because as we approach the end, all right, we see that stuff like this, like Elon Musk, I think in Atlanta, he was making some big, I don't know, supercomputer thing that needed melanin. All right, like all this stuff that's going on, all this stuff that they're planning on doing to us, us as Israelites, being in the truth, we're not supposed to be worried about what Esau can do. We're supposed to be just focusing on, doing the truth. That's why, yeah, so you still have so many brothers who are going out on the highways and byways trying to please YAHAWAH and not just being some slacker. All right. What's next? Luke 22:42, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. And let me also get some more. Revelation 2:10, for fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prisons, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So basically, to remind you, while we have faith and we trust that the Lord will protect us, you have to understand that it's one of the possibilities. All right. Proverbs Proverbs chapter 12 verse 21, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. So if you are a righteous man or woman of the Lord, you don't have to worry about the Lord allowing something evil to fall upon you. You don't have to worry about judgment falling upon you from YAHAWAH, because what did the Lord say about Esau Edom? Let's get that in Psalms 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay, the wicked is the sword of YAHAWAH. Esau Edom, when he's coming here, coming to us with these weaponry and whatnot, that is the Lord sending him to judge us. Okay, either to judge us for the wickedness that we do, or whatever. Even when you get pulled over and whatnot, because I remember making a lesson. All right, I'm not going to go too much into it, but I remember making a lesson and talking about how I was pulled over by a cop, but the Lord, and I kind of felt like it was more so just a warning from the Lord, not necessarily from them, even though I didn't do anything. But the cops still pulled me over. Okay, I was literally, they had nothing to stop me with. They just stopped me for nothing, just for plain racism, lied in my face saying my stuff wasn't, anyway, Slakia. But basically, you understand how with all that stuff being said, all right, whenever the Lord allows Esau to put you in his snares and whatnot, either the Lord's going to judge you and allow that to happen, which is why so many Jakes get gunned down by the police. All right, I don't know the exact statistic, but you get the point. But also, if the Lord allows you to make it out with your life, make it out with light bruises, or maybe the enemy treated you nicely. Let's actually get that as well. Jeremiah 15:11. The Lord said, "Verily it shall be well with you, with thy remnant." Jeremiah 15:11. The Lord said, "Verily it shall be well with thy remnant. Verily I will cause the enemy to entreat thee well in the time of evil and in the time of affliction." So when it's time for us to go through trouble, when it's time for us to go through affliction, the Lord's going to make it so that, okay, well, I'm going to make it so that the enemy does not treat you badly. I'm going to make it so that they protect you specifically. Okay, and that's the thing where it's possible where, let's say, for example, you get snatched up by what's it called, not the Royal Guard, what's it called, National Guard. Slocky, I don't know why I said Royal Guard, but the National Guards and whatnot, or ICE. Let's say that you are one of those Latin tribes, or maybe another just a Jake, or maybe you're whatever tribe you are. If you are an Israelite, all right, maybe you're a speckled bird, and they're just being racist and whatnot. All right, those devils could be treating you specifically better than all the other people that look like you. All right, simply because the Lord is dealing with you specifically, and that's the thing where the Lord puts the Spirit on people to either execute judgment or to execute mercy. All right, and like this is the thing you have to remember. Okay, so yeah, it might be a scary thing to fall in the hand, to be in prison and stuff like that, but even then the Lord has mercy on those that didn't do anything. If you didn't do anything, if you're blameless, then the Lord would never allow evil to fall upon you. All right, but the thing is that you have to actually be You have to actually be blameless, where you do your best to serve YAHAWAH to the best of your ability. All right. So next, before I want to go, okay, Psalms 24:14. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and He shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. And that's again, as I said before, that's the thing where it's going to be hard, where you're going to go through certain hardships and whatnot. You might be afraid of something, like, oh my God, they have guns, I don't have guns. I'm afraid I don't have anything to protect me. I'm a sitting duck and whatnot. But again, it goes back into, do you have faith that the Lord's going to protect you? Did you do something that the Lord is like, you are deserving of judgment, so you're gonna have to pay for what you did. Okay, you did something wicked, you went off. All right, you didn't try You didn't try to do the right thing. You didn't try to get right with YAHAWASHI. All you did was, oh yeah, well, I just want to be a wicked ass demon and whatnot. All right, like that type of stuff you need to be aware of and repent. That's why the Lord said, repent, for the kingdom is at hand. All right. That's why. And even then, even when you're going through harsh stuff and you really want to do the right thing. Okay, you really want to do the right thing, or you have a moment of weakness. That's where you have to just keep on pushing. Okay, it's going to be hard, but just don't fail. Don't falter. All right. Speaking to myself first and foremost, because life is not easy in this kingdom. All right, it's just so unnecessarily wicked. All right, and it never seems like there's this like. It never seems like it's meant for us. It's like this world is not meant for us. All right. That's why our people, go through so much. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 6. Because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore the misery of man is great upon him. So yeah, that's another thing where there's going to be time for judgment, time for harsh judgment, time for merciful judgment, okay? As in blessings. You did right, so I'm going to judge you by giving you good, all right? The judgment of the Lord is infallible. The Lord's not going to allow, if the Lord allowed something wicked to fall upon you, then you did something and you're paying for that. Even when you're in this truth, if the Lord allows something to happen, because, there have been times when bad stuff has happened. It's to test our faith. It's to push us, to help us grow. It's to judge us, because maybe we did something prior. Because I don't know, just a minor example. Okay, I used to always eat pork. I used to always eat a bacon cheeseburgers and stuff like that. All right, that used to be like whenever I would go to any store. Oh yeah, get me a bacon cheeseburger and whatnot. Okay, well it doesn't. While I may not have known, it still doesn't change the fact that I was sinning. So while I might not be, as a matter of fact, let's get that. Hold on. You were. Luke chapter 12 verse 48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required, and to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. So basically, if you didn't know, then of course, like you still have to answer for what you did. Like say for example, if I didn't know that that stealing was wrong, well you still have to pay for the stuff that you stole. You're just not gonna get away with it. All right, you have to pay for it, but you're not gonna face as harsh of a crime or harsh of a thing. Obviously, when you you don't need to talk literally in terms of that, but hopefully you understand. Okay, because like an example is like say for example, a child stealing. Okay, no one's gonna say, arrest that kid, give him the death penalty, cut off his hands or whatever for stealing, because it's a kid, and obviously children don't know as much at the point at their earlier years and whatnot. All right, although some children are definitely pretty freaking evil and they take advantage of their age. All right, I've definitely heard and seen it, but yeah. Anyway, continuing on. The main thing is just like, if you didn't know, then you still have to pay for it, but you're not gonna be punished as harshly. Matthew chapter 24 verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, so that's another thing where we can't be troubled when time of trouble comes. Like we can't say, oh my god, I'm so scared, this and the third. Like no, especially with Elon. Like I'm not gonna lie, like this type of stuff, suck it. If you actually heard a lot of my videos and a lot of other brothers' videos and stuff like that, where they talk about how things are going to go, even Edomite videos where they're talking about how martial law, a law of the lawlessness, the MLTB and all this stuff, it sounds very scary. It sounds very terrible. Like you are not likely to make it out there alive or even sane. Maybe I think that's a better way to say it. You're not likely to make it out sane. Like, it's very trying. But the thing for us is that we're not supposed to be panicking, because we have to have faith in the Lord. Okay, let me get this. Isaiah 65 verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Okay, we can't be ashamed. We can't be worrying about, oh, I'm scared, I don't want this to happen to me and stuff like that. Like, please don't let World War III happen and X, Y. Like, no, we are praying for World War III. We are praying for what's his name, DJT, to go and start something with Putin or whomever else, Kim Jong-un and all that stuff. I heard something. Actually, I have not heard of anything from Kim Jong-un for a long time, but basically you get the point where you have all this. Oh, what's it called? I think BRICS. Is it BRICS? BRICS. Yeah, BRICS. This was something that they did, that they formed kind of like in to go against Babylon, or America more specifically. Oh my fucking god, can't I just answer the damn question? Okay, whatever. You get the point. Yes, they're doing this whole shit. Maybe they're just doing that to I don't know, kind of like calm that stuff down. Because normally you would get an AI overview on when you type in a question like, "Is Superman a Kryptonian?" Never mind then. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this thing. But whatever. You get the point. Next. So yeah, we're not supposed to be troubled when we hear about the increasing trouble. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And you have. Let's get this actually to support it. Matthew chapter 24 verse 13. But he that shall Matthew 24 and 48. And if that evil servant shall say in his heart, my Lord delayeth his coming, verse 49, and shall begin to smite his servants and to eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And this is what we are looking to avoid. We're not. Oh wow, we're not supposed to just say, okay, well, yeah, I'm just gonna give up on that. I don't need to worry about that. I'm just gonna keep on. I'm just gonna go enjoy myself while my Lord is not watching me. He's not here and stuff like that. But in actuality, the Lord is watching. All right, the Lord sees us. So you have Jakes, you have Israelites that have said, you know what, the Lord is not coming fast enough. I've literally heard brothers recount stories. I think I've heard that once or twice before, where brothers have said that someone said. I didn't hear them say specifically, but I heard someone say that they heard a brother say, the Lord is not coming fast enough, which that is an absolute ridiculous and utterly disrespectful thing to say, that, and the Lord is definitely going to get on them to punish them. That is not okay. That is not something that you should ever be speaking or saying. That's like, this is insane. And the thing is that the things are not done on our time. It is done on the Lord's time. The Lord is the one that sets stuff up at the perfect time at the right time. All right. What's it called? I'm trying to think of a time that's not too personal, because I already have a time, but I don't want to say anything that's too personal. But basically, there's some stuff that have happened. Okay, I'm not gonna say what it is because I can't think of some non-personal time. Oh, okay, well, sure. I guess I'll say okay, so when it came to there was a game that I wanted. Okay, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth or something like that. One of the games, and I wasn't gonna be able to play it because I didn't have a PS5. All right, so I'm over here thinking like, YAHAWASHI, help me save up, help me do this and the third X, Y, and Z, and then lo and behold, the Lord set up me to go and play in a tournament, and I won a PS5 by getting third place. It was top four placement gets a free PS5, and I was top 3, and then the Lord blessed me in that way so that I was able to get it. It wasn't by my time. I was able to get the stuff. I didn't even need to spend a cent. I got it completely for free. All right, all that thing of worrying about, oh, I'm not gonna be able to save up enough, I need to spend money for fucking, what's it called, for bills and stuff like that. Like I never have enough. I'm never able to save and whatnot. And then lo and behold, the Lord blesses me with that. Like that is absolute. That's literally the Lord's timing. It's not about what I wanted, because I had wanted, the PS5 had been out for I don't know how many years, and I've been wanting it. I've been wanting it since the first day it showed up. But I waited and waited, and I didn't go stealing. I didn't go trying to do no freaking underhanded methods and stuff like that. I just waited for the Lord. And that's the thing where we need to be able to just suffer in silence and wait for the Lord to do stuff the right way rather than our way, our timing. Our timing doesn't matter. All right. Where is it? And again, that's why enduring, that's the main thing. That's the main stuff that's helping us get through stuff. Matthew 24 verse 13, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So we want deliverance, we want to be saved. All right, so that's why let me get this. Luke, is one another one? No, it's not. It's just 18. Luke 18:7. And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them? We're over here crying, sighing, crying, asking the Lord to deliver us, asking the Lord for whatever stuff that we want and need, okay, especially need. And then, the Lord, he's the one that decides that, this, you're going to get it at this appointed time, but we don't know what that time is. All right. Because that time might not be expedient for us. So that's why, again, even when we go through certain hardships, like dealing with again the up and coming trouble, we still invite that should be the number one thing on our priority. Okay, yes, we may want you might want a PS5, Xbox 360, Xbox whatever, I don't know, Series X, a car, husband, wife, whatever, but you need to put that all to the side and think about what is more important, which is our deliverance. Where then, again, as a matter of fact, let's get that. Let me see if I can find it. Shall be added. Beautiful. Luke 12 and 31. No, Luke 12 and verse 29. And seek not. Luke 12:29, and seek not ye what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, neither be ye doubtful of mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need for these things. But rather seek ye the kingdom of Yahweh, and all these things shall be added unto you. So now the number one thing that we need to have on our mind is the kingdom. What is optimal for us to get in the kingdom, and then everything else is going to come afterwards. We're going to be blessed afterwards with the kingdom. No, we're going to be blessed with all those stuff that we want after we get the kingdom. Okay. So again, you can't be saying, oh, the husband comes first, the wife comes first, the food, the car, the PS5, the whatever. All right, all these things need to come after the kingdom. But at the same time, the Lord may bless you early. He may bless you with something early if the Lord deems that it's something that you're allowed to have. All right. James 4:15, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. Okay, that's another thing where we have to be able to forfeit our needs and wants for the sake of pleasing Yahawadah. That's why, again, when you think about what do we want to do, what am I going to do, first things first, let's go to pleasing Yahawadah first, and then we go to pleasing Yahawadah first, and then whatever we want, the Lord will provide. All right. Now, finally, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And again, just to end it off here, it's we, even though we can't see, that husband, that wife, that PS5, and whatever, or that new car, or we can't see the not just the actual tangible thing that we wanted, or even the tangible trouble, we still have faith that it's coming, it's going to be here soon. Yahawadah, the Lord will help us get through all this. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rakwak Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, Abad, and Shalom.